A real day for Jerusalem is coming where God will come and he will do miraculous things for the city of Jerusalem. And this is not often what comes to mind when we think about the return of Jesus. We don't normally think, wow, Jesus is going to come back and do amazing things for Jerusalem. But for like a Jewish person in Jesus' time who was looking forward to the future and the hope that God has for them, one of the things they would have been looking forward to in the future is the day where God would come and glorify Jerusalem. And that's because in the Old Testament, God promised that he would. And a lot of times we just don't know about these promises. So what are we waiting for? Let's get in on the excitement. Let's read some of those detailed promises. There's an amazing promise in Isaiah 65. See, I will create new heavens and a new earth. The former things will not be remembered, nor will they come to mind. But be glad and rejoice forever in what I will create. For I will create Jerusalem to be a delight, and its people a joy. I will rejoice over Jerusalem and take delight in my people. The sound of weeping and of crying will be heard in it no more. Guys, he's like describing the new heavens and the new earth, but he doesn't stop there. He immediately says, be glad and rejoice forever because I'm going to make Jerusalem a delight and its people will be a joy. This is like the cherry on top. God is like, I'm going to make new heavens and a new earth, and I'm going to make Jerusalem to be a delightful city. For Zion's sake, I will not keep silent. For Jerusalem's sake, I will not remain quiet, till her vindication shines out like the dawn, her salvation like a blazing torch. The nations will see your vindication, and all kings your glory. You will be called by a new name that the mouth of the Lord will bestow. You will be a crown of splendor in the Lord's hand, a royal diadem in the hand of your God. No longer will they call you deserted or name your land desolate, but you will be called Hephzibah, and your land Beulah. For the Lord will take delight in you, and your land will be married. Can you hear like how romantic that is? The Lord's like, for your sake, I won't keep quiet. For your sake, I will come. And then he says, I'm going to give you a new name. I'm going to make you like a crown of splendor because I'm going to delight in you and your land will be married. It's just like so sweet. When will the Lord do all of this for Jerusalem? A powerful passage is Psalm 102, and it describes this. It says, you will arise and have compassion on Zion, for it is time to show favor to her. The appointed time has come. And this goes right back to what we talked about with the reality of the day of the Lord. God has chosen an appointed day. And we see this in the very beginning. You will arise. You will arise and have compassion on Zion. He's going to get up from his throne in heaven, and he's going to come. It is time to show favor to her. The appointed time has come, for her stones are dear to your servants. Her very dust moves them to pity. The nations will fear the name of the Lord. All the kings of the earth will revere your glory, for the Lord will rebuild Zion and appear in his glory. So the Lord Almighty will come down, right? The day of the Lord, he comes in power. He comes down, and he will come down to do battle on Mount Zion and on its heights. Like birds hovering overhead, the Lord Almighty will shield Jerusalem. He will shield it and deliver it. He will pass over it and will rescue it. So there's this picture of the Lord being like this bird that's hovering overhead, and he's coming to shield Jerusalem. He shields it, delivers it, and rescues it. Isn't that powerful? He's this warrior. The Lord comes as a warrior to fight for Jerusalem. The Lord will roar from Zion and thunder from Jerusalem. The earth and the heavens will tremble, but the Lord will be a refuge for his people, a stronghold for the people of Israel. Then you will know that I, the Lord your God, dwell in Zion, my holy hill. Jerusalem will be holy. Never again will foreigners invade her. Guys, this is so powerful. God is coming with his epic rescue mission for Jerusalem where he's going to rescue her, glorify her, rebuild her, and it's when he appears in his glory, when he comes with a strong arm, comes with his reward, with recompense, comes with judgment. I want to finish up with this prophecy from Isaiah 2. It's one of my favorites, but it describes how Jerusalem will be lifted up and what it will be like when the Messiah is ruling there. And look at this. In the last days, the mountain of the Lord's temple will be established as the highest of the mountains. It will be exalted above the hills, and all nations will stream to it. Many peoples will come and say, "Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the temple of the God of Jacob. He will teach us his ways, so that we may walk in his paths. The law will go out from Zion, the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He will judge between the nations and will settle disputes for many peoples. They will beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation will not take up sword against nation, nor will they train for war anymore." The mountain of the Lord gets lifted up, and then it says all the nations are going to stream to Jerusalem. They're going to be like, "Come on, let's go to the mountain of the Lord. He's going to teach us his ways so that we can walk in his paths." And then it says that when the law and the word of the Lord is going out from Jerusalem, that he's going to be the judge and he's going to bring peace. It says they will beat their swords into plowshares. We won't need swords. No, we're just going to need gardening tools. There's going to be peace. And their spears into pruning hooks. Nation will not take up sword against nation, nor will they train for war anymore. And this is the reality, guys. God is going to come down in power for Jerusalem. And he's going to rescue her. He's going to destroy all those who hate her. And he's going to glorify her to be this beautiful, beautiful, splendored city. And when that happens, there's just going to be blessing to the whole world. There's going to be peace. We're going to have pruning tools and plowshares so we can take care of our gardens. We're not going to have to learn war anymore. And all of that will happen because God will come for Jerusalem. He will make her the most glorious, beautiful city you have ever seen. A day for Jerusalem is coming.